The cholesterol lie that killed millions. Cold open in 1967, the sugar industry paid three Harvard scientists $50,000 to publish a study blaming heart disease on fat instead of sugar. That study shaped 60 years of nutrition policy, and your doctor still believes it. Locked intro, welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today, we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about cholesterol and heart disease. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. ACT1, the setup. You have been told your entire life that cholesterol clogs your arteries like grease in a pipe, that eggs are dangerous, that saturated fat is poison, that statins are saving millions of lives. What if I told you almost none of that is true? Here's what actually happened. In the 1950s, a scientist named Ansel Keys published his famous 7-country study claiming saturated fat caused heart disease. There was just one problem. He cherry-picked his data. He actually had data from 22 countries but only used the 7 that supported his hypothesis. Countries like France, where people eat tons of butter but have low heart disease rates, conveniently left out. Countries where sugar consumption correlated more strongly with heart disease, also ignored. Then, in 1967, internal documents from the sugar industry revealed they paid Harvard researchers to shift blame away from sugar and onto fat. This was not a conspiracy theory. These documents were published in JAMA Internal Medicine in 2016. The result? 60 years of low-fat dietary guidelines that replaced fat with sugar and refined carbohydrates. And heart disease rates kept climbing. ACT2, the science. Let us look at what the research actually shows today. A 2020 meta-analysis in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology reviewed data from over 300,000 participants. Their conclusion? No significant association between saturated fat intake and heart disease or mortality. Another massive study, the PURE study, followed 135,000 people across 18 countries. They found that higher fat intake, including saturated fat, was associated with lower mortality. Meanwhile, higher carbohydrate intake was linked to higher mortality. What about cholesterol itself? Your liver produces about 80% of the cholesterol in your body because your cells need it. Cholesterol is not the enemy. It is the raw material for testosterone, estrogen, vitamin D, and every cell membrane in your body. The real issue, inflammation, oxidized LDL particles, insulin resistance from excess sugar. These are the actual drivers of arterial plaque, not the egg you had for breakfast. ACT3, how it works. Think of it like this. Cholesterol is the firefighter that shows up at the scene of a fire. Blaming cholesterol for heart disease is like blaming firefighters for causing fires just because they are always present. When your arteries get damaged by inflammation, usually from high blood sugar, processed seed oils, or chronic stress, your body sends cholesterol to repair the damage. If the inflammation never stops, that repair process becomes problematic. Statins lower cholesterol, but they do not address the underlying inflammation. Some studies suggest their modest benefits may come from anti-inflammatory effects, not from lowering cholesterol at all. Meanwhile, statins come with documented side effects including muscle pain, cognitive issues, and increased diabetes risk. For primary prevention in people without existing heart disease, the benefits are questionable at best. ACT4, the protocol. So what should you actually do? First, stop fearing healthy fats. Eggs, grass-fed butter, olive oil, fatty fish, avocados, these are not killing you. They are providing essential nutrients your body needs. Second, cut the sugar and refined carbohydrates. This is what actually drives insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Third, focus on whole foods, vegetables, quality proteins, healthy fats. The Mediterranean diet works not because it is low fat, but because it eliminates processed garbage. Fourth, get your inflammation markers tested. Ask for hsCRP and fasting insulin, not just a basic lipid panel. These tell you more about actual cardiovascular risk. ACT5, week by week results. When you make these changes, here is what to expect. Week 1 and 2, you may experience carb withdrawal, but energy will stabilize. By week 4, most people report clearer thinking and more consistent energy throughout the day. Week 8, your inflammation markers typically start improving. By week 12, fasting insulin drops, triglycerides improve, and HDL often increases. All markers that actually matter for cardiovascular health. Resolution, the payoff. You now understand something most people never will. The cholesterol myth was built on bad science and industry manipulation. The real enemies are chronic inflammation, excess sugar, and processed foods. You do not have to fear eggs. You do not have to live on statins. You have the information, now use it. Locked out row, the science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs it and tune in again for the next upload. See you then. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.